All right, here's the upgraded factory 5 door latches. They don't give you the instructions to them. This is the updated version, so you have to download the assembly instructions. I have downloaded them, just haven't got them out yet. But these door latches, I'm assuming, are different. Factory 5 made these because of the supply chain shortage. So they have to all be assembled. Okay, I'm lining up the doors right now, and well, just the passenger side door. I had to put a screw in here, down here to hold the hold the body onto the chassis, the way it should be anyway. So that way I know that this is not going to move. The body itself's not going to move and screw me up. And then I set the door to the body. So by doing that, I've noticed this tip right here, where I have a Sharpie mark. That's got to come off right away in order to get this to fit in. And then I got Sharpie marks right along here. Those are marks for what I need to grind down or sand down. I'm just going to block it down just like I did the hood. This is obviously gapped out, but that's because that piece right there won't allow it to line up. So I'll knock that off probably right away. I might even do that before the before the door's off. But over here, I got probably a little more than I should in the gap, but we'll see how it goes once I get this off and everything. But what I got going on, there's a lot of bolts to articulate this door. This is what I'm using. The 3/16 ball Allen and a palm ratchet, and then just an extended 9/16 in order to get to this. To get up in there to the door itself. But that's step one of putting this door on anyway. It looks really good along through here. I mean, that right there kind of pops out as it is, just from the door here being not as tight as it could be. But okay, I finally started working on the doors, and this is where I'm at. I put them on, taped them in place pretty much. I've already ground out some of this along here with the sander, and now just kind of plugging stuff in to get it sitting with the same distance and the gaps here. So I got it pried in place. Everything down here is loose. The whole thing is loose, the hinge. So I'm just trying to get the door set first, and then I'm going to start tightening it up. I played around with just tightening the door and holding the door, or tightening the hinge and holding the door, and it's pretty aggravating. You start tightening, and the next thing you know, it's off back here and on and on. So now I'm wedging it everywhere I can, getting it set as close as I can, and then going ahead and gonna tighten it up. But it's definitely gonna need some filler on the door to bring it up, it looks like. But definitely needs some finagling around. Okay, I think I got it good enough for now. Probably end up adding some filler along here just to kind of make it level. It's pretty close. And probably add a little filler along here just to bring it in line, but I know I'm gonna have to do it, but I gotta make sure it's in line first. I knocked this down here. This had a nice big lip sticking off, so I knocked that down, trimmed that up a little bit. It's still rubbing here, right in here. So, like I say, for now, it's good enough for now. Pretty much lines up with the striker there. So I'm gonna get the latch together. get this latch together and see if I can straighten it up by having another point of contact here. Looks pretty level there too. It's good enough for rough. So now I'm gonna get this thing put together. This is the new Factory 5 door latches. So I got all the pieces out here for one side. I'm gonna knock that out now. All right, I only tapped one side right here. I didn't tap this other side here. So I'll run a tapping on both of these and get that done. But ran into a little issue. So I got the door pretty well lined up. And well, as far as I know, it's actually pretty good. It's lined up. You can see the striker there. There's a hole in the door, but that's not used. I don't know why it's there, but anyway, this is the latch. It mounts right on here. So I don't have a tripod right now, so I have to do this one-handed. Anyway, supposed to close in there and latch like that. Works good. The only problem is when I put the latch on, the door is hanging, well, it's hanging open now for sure, but hanging open. It's got a big old, probably about a 1/2 inch gap. So, hit the latch here. Anyway, latch, oh, it is trying to work. I had it too far in. Latch does work really well. But anyway, so this pin, the striker, is it's not far in enough. which sucks because, you know, it's getting kind of close to the seat, but it's just where it's going to have to go. So Factory 5 planned for this. If it happened, they said to use these. When I say these, there's only one of them. I figured as thick as it was, there was probably 2 of them in there. Didn't even think to look at the fact that this is thick, so this is going to be thick too. Well, their idea is cut off this, screw this one on, adding about, looks like a 1/2 inch. You can add up to a 1/2 inch there on there. So, not only is it going to look kind of goofy with 2 bolts holding it on, and then it just sucks. Anyway, I'm not going to weld nothing up there because that's just going to look like crap. Well, it won't look like crap, but I have to tear my seat out and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and bolt this in there and paint it up and make it look good. Problem is they only gave me one, so I'm waiting on the other one to come in the mail now. I just emailed them. I really wish I had the original ones. I know I heard there was problems with them, but they did some kind of kit to them to doctor them up and make them better to where they work better. But this strike pin doesn't look that good. I mean, it looks good, it's clean, but compared to the original one, it had a big lug of chrome there. I thought it looked a lot better, but I just have to deal with what I got. Okay, did a little bit more tweaking to the door. Realized that the screw that I put in here at the bottom had popped out, so it was making everything off. So, got my wife to come out and help and hold this together for me. And now, the door fits really well. Things work better when you have a helper. So, yeah. I'll straighten this up and fill that in a little bit. Make it look better, not so fiberglassy. Anyway. But, still the issue with this. But I know that I'm going to have to cut it. Have to cut that off and add that piece. All right, it's too late to go any further tonight with any power tools, but I marked that so I can put the one piece that I do have on. So I'm gonna drill that out, cut that section out right there, make it look a little neater. Anyway, cut that out and add the piece, and then get this door latch on. Try and get this door done so I can go get legal. And in the meantime, I went ahead and got the trunk out, and got to do the same thing I did on the doors, just line it up. And same thing I did on the hood, that is. Get everything lined up. It's just sitting on here right now. It's hinged, barely. It's got one bolt in there. So, just sitting there for now. And then I went ahead and put the driver's side door on. It's just bolted on, not bolted on, but the hinge is all loose. The door is just screwed in there, so it's not, or well, it's got the nuts put on, so it's not going to fall off in the middle of the night, but that's all I can do tonight. So, all right, Factory 5 only sent me one of these. I need one for each side of the doors. So this is a Jeep bumper, same thickness. Just going to make my own. All right, getting ready to drill this. I'm gonna start with this one, and then I'll hit this one, and then once I get those in there, then I'll cut the piece off and bolt that one in. All right, got my holes drilled. Now I'm going to cut that right where that line is. Cut that off, and I can add this piece. All right, nice clean cut. Filed it a little bit. Gonna have to spray a little bit of black paint on there. I have some stuff called AgriGuard. I may hit a couple spots on that with that. AgriGuard is just like pour 15. A little piece of steel back there, but I think I might hit it with a little bit of AgriGuard, just pretty much just a dab. That's all it really needs, because it will get wet, I'm sure. Okay, so after you mount the, take it off. So after you mount the base, you mount the striker. Now the book shows the striker on the other side. I mean this adapter on the other side of this. It looks a whole lot better on this side, so I put it on this side. So, got this out, and the way it works, snap it on there. So it basically is just like the door would have it on there. You know, you close the door. That's the way it's supposed to go. But you have to measure it to make sure it has the right amount of space in there. So Factory 5 says take the tool, put it in between the base and the latch. The base and the latch. Not the hole part. Part with the hole there. Solid part. And then push this all the way in to make sure you have just the right amount of space. No, I can't do it with one hand. So, like that right there is too far. Shouldn't have any of that striker showing through there. So it's basically going to come up right there, flush. You can barely see there. That's flush. That's too far. It's hanging out just a little bit. But you use the tool there for the thickness, which is basically a 1/4 inch. So I think if you just put it level with that right there, you're going to be fine. Because if you see, you got a lot of stud left in there. And maybe I can do it now. So basically you just run the tool in here like this. So that's how you know you got enough in there. Enough space, that is. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and mount this thing. Once you do that, you get that space in there like that, and you line this up, mark it, and drill holes, put the riv nuts in here, and cover it up. It don't look bad. I thought it was really gonna suck, but I still gotta powder coat it and everything. But I want to get it together first, then powder coat it later. All right, got one riv nut in there. Riv nuts just go in there like that with the riv nut tool, of course. 420 bolt. That'll bolt the latch on. So go ahead and stick these other two in there. Okay, here it goes. Worked. Wow. Not too shabby.